Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us again under the library. As usual, we are still rolling forward on our Blood on the Rocks campaign. Our adventures.
You sound like me tonight.
I do
Yep.
sound
will
like
we
you
ever,
tonight.
Will we ever get through an introduction?
Never.
Start it over.
Never.
Start it over.
That's the first time that it's done that I've done it. It's usually Michael before we get all off the rails. So this is our adventure in the town of Bloodstone that has been created by our very own keeper. My name's Arthur. I'm playing Gerald, or if you've been watching on YouTube, apparently it's Harlod. And I am joined by our usual amazing cast of investigators. They are Chris as Beau, Emily as Florence, Rick is Philip, Scott's Yacker, and now Wayne is Oak Tree. As always, our keeper is the amazing Michael. Michael, if you want to, you can take it away. It's going great so far.
I think I can. Thanks for joining us. Bloodstone is a horror top son of a bitch role-playing game set in the Call of Cthulhu.
Wait, you swore before the content warning. What if people don't know?
Oh, yeah.
Set in the Call of Cthulhu universe. Can't do this. Okay, and yes, it has themes of violence and gore and swearing and general mature themes played by immature people. With that note, we hope you join us. And for our weekly recap, Emily, aka Florence.
Oh no.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay.
We are kicking ass.
Wow.
We are pros.
Wow, I've never seen Emily broken.
Right, she is really broken.
Great.
She just fucking lost it.
So
Is it because the as usually?
we began last week. I don't know why. Can someone else recap? Oh god. Okay.
Let's
hold
all
up to
go
the
to the
screen.
No,
live.
I'm so
Read
ready
it.
for this. It's gonna happen.
All right.
So Florence just left Rose in her room, and before leaving the facility, she tried to get her some peppermint tea with the intention of figuring out if there was anything weird going on in the kitchen. But the surly cook refused, and she didn't want to start a fight, so she left.
Yeah, that went great.
On the way, it did. It was really successful. On the way back to the hospital check on Yacker, Florence is literally bowled over in the street by a man who turns out to be Josiah Worthington, and she actually tries to convince him to walk with her, claiming her ankle is broken because she feels so nervous about this other man with a horribly scarred face who is just staring at them from across the square. But as it turns out, this man ends up being quite helpful because he cut in, grabbed Worthington and shook him, and Florence realized that her necklace had been stolen, the necklace that Rose gave her, very important to her. And in speaking to this man, she realizes that his name is Oak Tree Larson, and he may be a pretty good guy. He's a little slow to speak, maybe a little slow, but he wants to do good, sometimes for money, but he's going to come along. So now we have Oak Tree Larson along for the ride, and we head to the hospital. While we were in transit, Yacker was having a pretty horrible vision of spiders exploding out of his chest. And I won't go into any more details on that one, Yacker. It was bad enough the first time around. We meet Dr. Aaron Goodfellow, twin brother of Xavier. He's much more pleasant than his twin. And we find out that Yacker is out of surgery and ready to go home. At the same time, back at Gerald's house, the man from 1941 introduces himself as Caspar Mascavane. He is held at gunpoint by Gerald and Beau, who think he's just messing with them. They all question him. Also, Philip is there. They question him and try to figure out if he is actually from the future. And that's where we had that great quote. If you're really from the future, what is my name?
You're welcome.
Yep, it's a good one. And then all three, Beau, Philip, and Harold have experiences with the gate. Beau notices the gate that Caspar came from and just orders him to go back through. At the same time, Philip sees his wife in the gate and Harold sees Millie in the gate. Harold tries to just go to Millie. Beau tackles him as Phil tries to lasso him with the meat sock. It's really successful, as I remember. But during the confusion, Caspar grabs a torch and runs back into the cave and up the rope ladder. Philip follows him, chases him outside, realizes he is in full magician regalia, complete with billowing cape, shoots him in the back.
It's kind of becoming his MO.
Really?
To be fair, he was going to steal a horse.
Yeah.
I'm just reporting the facts.
That's
And I
two
know that's
dudes.
true. Shoulder.
Two dudes shot in the
fair,
back.
My NPC witnessed a meat sock lasso at gunpoint. Like, what else is he supposed to do? Oh, hey guys, let me help you out.
Yeah. Okay.
We all go through these growing moments, and he just had his a little later in life.
So Beau is able to stop Harold from going into the gate, but only by trying to speak directly to Millie. And Harold eventually agrees to come back upstairs. Harold and Beau find Phil standing over a body. And that is when they, I guess, are going to make him a fire for unknown purposes. And also important, we have a little finger in the chest throwback as Phil staunches blood from the wound. And we closed last night back at the hospital, last week, with Yaker returning to the lobby, and I'm helped by two burly orderlies. And Yaker hears in his mind, "You're so cold, I'm going to keep you warm." And was this as Oak Tree touched him?
Yep.
And Dr. Aaron provided some pills for Yaker, but where he gave them to Florence. Where Florence saw pills pour out of a pill case, Yaker saw liquid pouring out. That's all.
Okay. I just have a question that I should have asked before we started recording. Does everyone have their dice?
Oh, good call. And
Okay.
on the note of dice, I would just like to provide a rules clarification, which we don't often do, but all successful rolls are not necessarily successes. So some tasks require hard or extreme successes in order to be successful. Just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
You were
That's
kind
an
of
ominous reminder.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense. So
that makes perfect sense.
the keeper would set the difficulty.
Yeah.
level.
Right.
I assume that's what was going on. Yeah.
I think you did that a couple times. Like
Yeah.
there were a couple things that were successes, and you were like, not good enough.
Yep. Okay. I just wanted to clarify. I meant to clarify before we started recording too.
Yep.
Anyway, on to the show. Who wants to die first? I mean, get started. As Philip eats
I
some
mean, we
sort
could get Yaker on the train pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Sounds good.
I
So
don't know
am
what
I
I'm
awake
saying.
at this point?
Oak Tree was carrying you like a couple big old watermelons, and said you weren't too heavy because you're kind of small, and you perked up and got angry.
Wait, I'm sorry, Oak Tree. I do want to get
Like a
this story.
couple of big juicy hams.
Does that mean you're?
Hey, how are you carrying them?
You got me like.
Yaker is 2 watermelons. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
feel very.
You know what? I don't want to ask anymore. Just go for it, Oak Tree. Yeah.
Florence,
Throwing
what's
him like a-
happening? I don't feel good about this. It feels like bad touch.
You weighed as much as 2 big watermelons from the farm. Well, that's where we were, and that's when you, keeper, stepped in, and he heard those things in his head, I believe.
Oh, okay. That's right. And Florence Dr. Goodfellow has given you a bottle with 24 pills in it. That's a 6-day prescription.
You said it was twice a day, 6-day supply.
Yeah, 2 pills twice a day. 6
2
days.
pills twice a day.
Right,
Oh,
morning
Florence didn't
and
write
evening.
down the directions quite right.
Uh-oh.
Medication.
Roll for
yeah.
mistake.
Yeah, there we go.
And Florence takes another victim.
Yep, she does it so subtly.
I don't know,
wouldn't even
Yaku.
know.
Just take a handful. It'll be all right.
I think he said, take all the pills and drink a fifth.
Open your mouth, throw a handful, whatever sticks is what you're supposed to take.
The
All right.
candy. All right, so I'm looking up at Oak Tree and I'm like, who are you?
He goes, "Oh, don't worry, little feller. I got you. I got you right
Will,
here.
don't call me
no,
Lil,
calm,
for crying out
Yaker, it's okay.
loud. Damn, I'm gonna beat your ass if I get another arm.
I'm so sorry. Oak Tree, just lay off the little.
He doesn't like to be called little, because he
We-
kind of is, but that's okay.
You know, we
Well,
don't need to
I
speak
get my
about
strength
people's
back,
appearance.
I'm gonna rip your nuts
Yaker,
off.
you gotta take care of yourself. You,
Uh,
how's that? How's your well? Just
You get how
stump.
my arm is? I know that's the fucking doctor who cut it off and threw it out.
he's
Let
kind
you
of
have your life.
he's kind of an angry one, isn't he? But no,
I was really hoping you would have said.
I thought he was gonna say,
angry elf.
Yeah.
Now, Oak Tree here is going to help me get you to the train station because I can't carry you on my own. So let's not fight.
Oh, well, he's an awful big guy, I admit that, but I don't feel too good, Florence. My arm, the one that I got left, it feels like it's got to do the work of 2 arms now.
I guess the other one don't hurt no more, huh?
Well, it might, but I'm not feeling it.
We should
All I
probably get a
got-
move on if we want to catch the next train.
All right.
All right, I'll just throw you over my shoulder.
I was going to say, are you carrying me?
Yeah.
And the whole time you're carrying me, I'm like, God damn, son of a bitch, put me down. And then I'll probably pass out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Miss Florence, he says he wants to be put down, but I'm sensing you don't want him put down, so I won't put him down.
Let's just get to the station and we'll rest on the train, okay?
Well, I got him. He ain't too heavy, plus he's kind of, well, you know,
He does seem to wiggle a bit though.
he's awful loud. You know, I never knew that sacks of potatoes that talk so much.
God damn, ain't no second time I'm gonna rip your nuts off and shove them up your ass.
Let's go.
Like a suppository.
Miss Florence,
Yaker, I know this seems a little bit undignified, but you've just had a major surgery and I don't think you should be walking on your own 2 feet.
Well, I don't know I should be carried like a sack of potatoes neither. Least he can do is cut me.
Miss Florence, you want
cup-
me? You
cup
want
you?
me to make him be quiet? I could do that.
Please don't. Just let him talk.
He seems to
Yaker
be-
is my friend and I don't want him to come to any harm.
Well, if he's a friend of yours, he's a friend of mine. Then I'll be good to him. I'll put him down gentle in the train wherever you want me to put him.
All right, well, let's just get there.
Before you go, it does seem that the patient's coming to, and I wish y'all all a safe journey. Do you have any questions about dispensing his medication before you go?
That was 2 pills twice a day
Hmm.
for 6 days, right,
Ve-
doctor?
Very good. Please make sure you finish the whole prescription. If you don't, then it allows the little demons to grow back, and he could possibly get ill again.
The
So I said, God damn it, Oak
demons.
Tree, turn me around so I can talk to this idiot doctor.
And
I-
did you say you had an information sheet you could send with me? You were going to write something down?
Yes, I wrote down the prescription for you here, and he tears off a piece of paper and he hands it to you. Unfortunately, the pharmaceutical company doesn't publish literature at this point in history.
Does this drug have a
Wait.
name?
Oak Tree, do you turn around so I can talk to him?
So, Miss Florence, should I turn him around so he can talk?
please. You can do whatever Yaker asks you to do,
Okay.
except for put him down.
Mr. Yaker, I'll turn you around so you can talk.
God damn it, doctor. What the hell's even in them pills? What are you feeding me? Demons, what the hell are you talking about?
Sir, I've explained to your most competent friends here all of the necessary things. You probably won't have much memory of this moment in time, so I'll leave the directions to them. But you have been handled by one of the finest medical care facilities really in the United States. You're quite lucky that your friend brought you here. My brother saved your life.
I appreciate it. I wouldn't have minded my arm, though.
Unfortunately, the arm was beyond saving. You did quite shall we say, don't donate blood in bloodstone. It's not a very good
God
idea.
damn, if I ever do that again. Stupidest thing I ever did in my life.
Yes, I would concur.
All right, Oak Tree, let's get the hell out of here. Before
Okay.
Quack Doctor takes my leg, too.
So Oak Tree just turns and I start jogging. I just start jogging and carrying him because he said, let's go. So Oak Tree does that.
I guess I'll jog along too.
He said, I'll get you the train real fast, Mr. Yaker. Real fast.
Wait, Oak Tree, slow down a little bit. Florence can't keep up.
Is he still holding you facing frontward like a
Yeah,
baby
I'm
Bjorn?
bouncing my face against his back. Frontward.
Never shake a Yaker.
Do you have what's it called, like a baby Bjorn you can put me in?
And as you exit the hospital and you look down the street, there seems to be a group of 3 or 4 horses coming towards you from the area that Josiah ran through.
Is it? Are there people on those horses?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
You probably, Oak Tree, you just kind of headed out at your like full gait. You kind of Forrest Gumped it right out of the hospital.
That you got it.
But Florence probably would notice this group of horses coming down the street.
Let's hurry.
We are. I am hurrying.
Yeah. Okay.
No, God damn it! Don't hurry too much. You'll knock my teeth out.
And then, well, I was gonna say, I was gonna say the horses. Do you say anything about the horses, Miss Florence, or anything?
No, I just say let's hurry.
Okay. If you want to hurry, Miss Florence, we'll hurry. Seems to be a bunch of horses down the street.
I did see that. So we're gonna hurry.
I wonder if they're mad at us because of Mr. Josiah.
And if they are, we really shouldn't be around to see.
Oh, I don't know. Be kind of interested in seeing what they have to say. But it's up to you, Miss Florence, to get your friend Yaker to the train real fast. That's what I'll do for you.
If you want to go back and speak to them, you are more than welcome. But it is very important for Yaker and I to get on the train back to Bloodstone. We have some pressing business there.
Well, that's more important than anything then. Let's do that. I have no problem doing that. And I'll take off running again.
Keeper's back. All right,
good.
so as y'all take off running, I mean, make a stealth roll. Let's see.
Do more of a
Let's see
trot.
if they look elsewhere for y'all. I mean, it's possible that they miss you.
It's possible.
You know, a guy looking like he was mauled by a bear carrying a 200-pound sack of potatoes. I mean,
One arm sack of potatoes.
Hey, they might have missed me. That's a hard success.
Ooh. Oh my God. No, I got a 70. I didn't get it.
Oh,
You're
Okay.
not very subtle.
oh no.
I don't think it
So-
helps that you've got a Yaker on your back, screaming at you.
On your front.
Florence, as you see them getting closer, you duck over into a space between kind of 2 businesses, right? And as the horses come riding up, the riders on them are the mounted sheriff and his deputy, and they pull up in front of Oak Tree with Yaker on his back, and he tips his hat to Oak Tree, and says, "Evening, sir."
Mm, not sure if it's a good evening or not. Is it evening?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's definitely pushing evening.
Howdy.
Seems to have been some sort of interaction in the middle of town this afternoon. Would you have been privy to it?
You mean by privy if I was there shaking Josiah upside down because he's a miscreant and was causing trouble, and I was going to break his head open like a pumpkin?
And
Well,
as soon as I hear him say that, I'm like, God damn, that's awesome. I like you a lot, Oak Tree Larson. You're my kind of guy, a little crazy.
Where did this Yaker come from? Oh boy.
Right? I love
Remember
it.
how I lost a couple sanity points?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. And
knew
so he says, "Well, sir, I don't believe I've caught your name. I'm Sheriff Bullock, and while I can't disagree with you about the nature of Mr. Worthington, I am the law in this here town, and Mr. Worthington has filed a complaint against you."
If Mr. Worthington has a complaint against me, he should come up and we'll deal with it ourselves.
I am of the disposition to can you make a actually I'll make a roll. You don't need to. Yeah. Says I am of the disposition, sir, that with your injured friend there, you look like an honest man, and knowing Mr. Worthington's ways, how about I say that I just missed you as you and your friend got on the train, and you make sure that if you don't come back here, I won't have to take any further action.
Well, I can't guarantee that will happen. I'll just let you know that
No, Oak Tree.
Mr.
That there's the
Worthington-
best thing I ever heard from a sheriff. Oak
Okay.
Tree agrees with your sentiment, and he's going to carry me to the train. Sheriff, you're a
I'll do it.
smart man, and this town's better off for you being here. And I love you too, just like Oak Tree. Now move it, Oak Tree. Get me there out to the train.
Mr. Yaker, you talk a lot, and some of it makes sense, and some of it's just kind of poo. So,
I'll take a little poo. That's okay by me. I ain't got no arm.
well, Mr. Sheriff, I'll be heading on out with my friend Yaker, and there's a nice lady around here who that Mr. Josiah tried to steal something from. So if I ever run into him and he does anything wrong again, I'll have to take care of it myself, and we'll
But
be
it
on
won't
our
happen
way.
in your town, Sheriff, because he ain't never coming back here because he's a man of his word. All right, Oak Tree, let's get ourselves to the train before we miss it.
Hang on, who's looking at Yaker? Can you see the sheriff from your position?
I don't know. I don't understand. I thought I was over your shoulder like a sack of potatoes, but then Florence said that you're carrying me like a baby.
Well, then you wanted to see the doctor.
Yeah, but I had to turn
Alger-
around. I thought he was turning around, so now his back is to the doctor, and I could look at the doctor.
No, he said he turned you around.
Either way, whatever's best for you, Yaker. Whatever's best for you. I'm good. with
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I would sort of. I can't as strong as
However
you
you
are.
like it, Yaker.
Oh, I like it everywhere.
I think what's best for us is that Oak Tree is holding one cheek in each hand and has
Yeah.
you in front,
Up
and your
in the
legs are
air.
hanging over. So
Yeah.
you are like a baby Bjorn, but
I
his
mean,
hands.
Yaker's 5 feet tall. He's not. He's not like a foot and a half tall.
Yeah, but Oak Tree's a monster.
Oak Tree Larson, yeah.
Yeah, he's an oak tree for Christ's sake.
I envisioned you slung over his shoulder. Anytime you were talking, he would turn around.
Exactly. That's what I'm picturing. Is that
That's
I want to be slung over your shoulder, and half the time I'm talking to your ass, and then you turn around, and then they can hear me.
That
And,
worked
and
for
your
me.
ass
I'm
is
good-
facing
I'm good
them.
with that.
And then
like
your ass
a-
is facing them.
Yeah.
Like in Forrest Gump, right? Didn't they do that at one point? Or wasn't there?
Yeah,
a
when he
scene?
carries Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah,
No,
where-
It's a
Lieutenant Diane.
fireman's carry.
Yeah.
Over
Yep.
the
Yeah.
shoulder,
Yeah.
butt up. But that means your face is in his ass crack.
full. Yeah, except for I'm short enough where it's more like his back.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if he used it, he could use his back muscles to pull up. All right. So as you're slung over Oak Tree's shoulder, and you look back and you're thanking the sheriff so profusely, and kind of getting all your words in, you can't help but notice maybe a sly grin in the corner of Sheriff Bullock's mouth.
I grant.
All right, I'm not saying nothing though.
Okay.
All right, Sheriff, you're a good man. You run a good town, and we're going to get ourselves to the train.
Okay, Mr. Yocker, if that's what you want, I'll take you to the train right now.
All right, and we'll see Florence at the train.
Subtle.
All right. And Florence, what do you do?
Well, as soon as they're headed for the train, I'm just gonna walk towards the train nonchalantly.
Okay. And you make eye contact with the sheriff, and he tips his hat to you and he says, "Evening, ma'am. You better catch up to your friends.
I am on my way, sir. Thank you so much.
Have a good one."
Shuffle, shuffle.
All right. And so y'all make it onto the train, the three of you, without too many further. I mean, I guess anywhere the three of you go, it's going to be quite the scene. But
Really quickly, Florence, what did you do with my shotgun?
You're what?
I had a shotgun with me.
You're who?
Stop.
Did she
Where's
staple
my
it to your
shot-
stump?
Did you by any chance keep my shotgun with you when you dropped me off at the hospital?
Must still be at the hospital. I couldn't
Dang-
carry a gun to see
dangity.
Rose. I'm so sorry.
And God damn it, I have to buy another one.
Yeah, well, your
I
friends.
got one. I've got a second shotgun back in my place. I'll go get it. It's okay. You saved my life. You can do wrong by me.
Mr. Yocker, I don't know you so good, but I don't think you can shoot no gun like that with only one arm. That's gonna.
Oh, I got an idea. I'm going to Harold. He's my friend, and I'm going to have him rig up a shotgun where my arm used to be. As long as I don't scratch my nuts, I should be pretty good.
Well, I was gonna say, Mr. Yocker, how are you gonna wipe your butt? You're gonna blow your cheeks off.
I got two hands. What, you need both hands to wipe your ass? I guess your ass is big enough you might.
This is gonna be a long train ride.
Mm-hmm. You're
So
gonna learn
anyone,
way more about Yocker than you wanted to know.
Buddy
Okay.
looking on the train?
Well, Mr. Yocker, I guess you'll have slip-on shoes. You ain't tying nothing no time soon.
Ain't that the truth?
Like a bunch of brainwashed women and children?
Florence, this looks like the train ride that you've come to expect between
Great.
Deadwood
great.
and Bloodstone.
Well, then do we want to cut to the other?
Yeah, let's
True.
do it. Let's do it. I mean, Philip's got to be getting hungry.
What?
So what was going on? We were each getting
I-
something
I-
for him.
I was building a fire. He sent you back to the house to get what was
Something. I
it?
don't
Bill?
remember.
Towels or
Water?
water? Oh, it was water from the water pump.
Okay.
Yes.
Was
yeah.
it water and something to disinfect? I don't remember. Just to clean it out. Whatever.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
clean it
seem to
out.
remember something about a bucket.
Yeah.
Is a whole
bucket,
in my
water pump,
1941
yeah.
friend. Yep.
Right.
That's
So I'm
my
getting a bucket and some water.
song.
What?
Remember sitting around the campfire singing, "There's a hole in my 1941 friend, dear Liza, dear Liza."
I'm just curious, Philip, do you think the fecal matter from the intestinal rope of the previous person that, remember you had the meat sock wrapped around your body? Those intestines? Yeah, with the little fecal matter that you now are plugging this dying guy's heart with that same
No,
finger.
sir.
Is that okay? Is that good?
No. I would no.
Mm.
No.
It's okay, right? There's no risk of infection there, right?
No. The intestines were tied off, and so all fecal matter was inside unless they erupted and things went awry, which I don't recall occurring.
Oh, okay.
So
good.
nowhere in the lassoing process there was
not-
any
it's not-
strain.
I can't hear Florence as she's on a train leaving
Fair
people.
enough.
Um, so anyway, so there's that A, and B, I would use some of my Banshee bitch before I do any sort of medical invasive procedure. That's common knowledge for anybody in medicine.
No, I'm pretty sure
We
we
know-
established
yeah,
that
we
with
had a
Yaker's blood
long
transfusion that
conversation about it,
was
yeah.
definitely not common knowledge.
Yeah,
Wait,
because
well,
he
you
was
weren't
praying. He was praying. He kept saying, "Is there any chance that some of that alcohol accidentally spills
did
on me?"
Everything in my power to be like, maybe some drops go on.
well, they weren't trained in Boston. You see, we're far more practical about these matters out east. We know how to keep our meat clean. So I mean our patients clean. So so I would be doing that, and they would go get some supplies, and I would be trying to staunch the bleeding and clean the wound up, and hopefully wake them up.
And you handed me. Well, I'll use my own knife, heat it up over the fire, and
Yeah,
you can use that to cauterize.
Okay.
Is that the sound cauterizing makes?
No, that's the sound of a knife being heated up.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
That's the sound of a knife being heated up.
Yep, crackle, crackle.
We're good.
The weirdest Rice Krispies. All right. So
Is
yeah, so we
he
do
face
that.
down, or did you flip him over just for clarity here?
Well, I'd be going back and forth. I mean, depending
You
on.
gotta rotate the meat.
Yeah. No, I mean the bullet went through the back out the front, and so you got to address both ends. You gotta be dilly dallying on one side. You can't let the front be bleeding, so then you gotta flip back, and I don't. That's not clearly my voice. And then you've got to clean that side and staunch it and stop the bleeding and so on.
There goes another NPC.
It's all we have to do is just let Rick go. Just let him go, and he will dig his own holes.
And the NPCs apparently.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's what I would be working on.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, there's
Okay.
there's no smooching in Call of Cthulhu.
Well, I mean there is, but usually some sort of parasite goes like, out of one being
Damn it.
into the other
But
being.
we just got Oak Tree back. Or
Now we have to
Weird.
change our rating.
Wayne, you're all red. What happened?
You won't be standing up for the next couple minutes.
Right.
I forgot. Is oak normally a soft or a hardwood? I don't
Let me
I
roll for
came
that.
this close to answering that like a serious question.
Wow. Actually, I rolled an extreme success of 4.
Oh God.
how's is it Cassian? What was his name?
Caspar.
Caspar. How's Caspar? Is he just playing the ghost at this point?
Caspar Mascavane.
All right, so he has all these kind of flowy. He had this flowy cape on, and then like this really nice silver performers fabric. I mean silk performance fabric, and it was all shimmery and kind of maroons and blacks with gold threading.
Yep.
And really, so as you're kind of trying to heal him, the blood of course is pouring out into this fabric and soaking up. It's getting kind of mixed in with the dirt, and you're tossing him back and forth. And it's really it's not looking so good.
Again.
Just rub a little dirt on it. It's fine.
All right. And in the process of me doing this, do I figure out sort of maybe where bleeding's coming from, or I mean, I'm hoping this whole process is I'm just trying to stop it. If I've hit a vessel in the arm, I would try and rotate his shoulder back and use his bones to put compression on the the blood vessels there. And
His arm? Are you?
Wouldn't it be safe
He
to know
time
that-
traveled, not you, Philip. You took
Wouldn't
a
Philip know enough
Winchester
to know
and
that
shot
the
him
bleeding
through the
is coming
back
from
and
the
out the
hole?
chest. Yeah,
Coming from the bullet wound you put in him?
yeah. His arm? What do you mean his arm? Or maybe I hit his arm.
No, I had a great success. I said I shot him in the shoulder, and you said, all right, it goes through the shoulder and out the front of it. It's not like I shot him through I mean, I can go through the anatomy, but you've got your whole back here, and if you're hitting somebody in the shoulder, it's probably going to come out over here and not magic. You know, is his name Kennedy? I don't know what.
Okay, hang on. We got to take a break. We got to take a break.
All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take an early break. Everybody, take 5-10 minutes. We'll be back in a few. And we are back from break. Sorry for the quick break. We had a keeper who needed to take care of his kids.
And yes,
And back to you, keeper.
Yeah, and for clarification, I had it all wrong. The bullet had passed through, we'll call it the shoulder joint and the upper torso, but has left a significant kind of messy hole in Caspar that he's bleeding out from. And
Okay.
Philip, that should clarify us as you roll him back and forth and you're doing what you do.
Packing it with mud.
Yeah.
I'm just packing it in with mud. So so I'm doing what I'm doing, knowing that should be accessible and I should be able to stop the bleeding, and it just might take a little bit of work. So, yeah.
All right. Well, give me a first aid roll for that.
First aid, not medicine.
What kind of medicine do you have?
What do you mean?
He's a doctor.
I'm a fucking
Right, but you're not exactly in a room that you're in the middle of the desert or in the middle of the sand with a dude
knife
bleeding out
and a fire.
Yeah. And you're talking about eating him.
No, not yet.
He hasn't been prepared right.
You don't do sashimi?
So I got a 67 and my medicine's a 65. So I am
Burn the luck. Burn the luck.
Oh, I was gonna push it. No, you're right. Burning the luck makes way more sense. Yeah, I'll burn 2 points of luck.
Or push it and it'll be hilarious.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That is better for us.
All right, so as you're, are you really packing him with mud? It's fine with me. I'm just curious.
No, I'm not packing him with mud. I'm doing what I said, which is I'm trying to find where the source of the bleeding is based on sort of which side and what's worse, and then I'm going, washing it off with either water and then alcohol or vice versa, and then trying to pack the wound with cloth,
mud,
clean,
packing it with mud
that I can find. And then once that's dry, I'm gonna take the hot poker or the hot knife and I'm gonna try and cauterize what I think is bleeding inside.
It's going to taste better if you pack the wound with herbal stuffing.
It's true.
Yum.
Yeah, if there's sagebrush nearby,
And a little salt, get him brined up before. Yeah. All right. So you get that nice tempting smell as you sear the flesh with the knife as it kind of wafts up under your nose, and he's still unconscious, but you've managed to stop the bleeding, and he's moaning a lot and talking in his sleep about the Great Fire.
The Great Fire. Oh, interesting. So I say, well, guys, I think he's at least gonna make it through the immediate period. I don't know how extensive his losses were. If he's gonna get himself, his black bile's gonna get out of whack or what's going on here. But we should probably get out of here.
I think we should push him back through that portal.
Oh, that's an interesting.
Get him out of here.
proposition.
Plus, I have to imagine the humane approach, because I have to imagine the medical care is much better if it's true that he came from the future.
Well, it certainly can't be any worse.
Huh.
If that solves our problem, we don't know whether
Just
he's
more expensive.
monstrous or whether he's got evil designs. So yeah, get him out of our hair. In addition to maybe helping him out.
I mean, I did pick up. He wasn't telling us the full truth. What he told us was real, but he didn't reveal everything. So there might be more to this that we should know. I don't know.
Now, Harold, I suggest you stay here with Millie, because it could be disastrous if the two of you go back down there. But if y'all don't mind, I'll carry him down and push him back through that portal.
All right, I'll go with you.
Okay.
But we gotta plug stuff in our ears, and we should have some sort of hand signal for if we're okay, if we should skedaddle.
Okay.
Yeah, is it
Sounds
okay having Phil down there? He was seeing some stuff too, right?
It's just my family, but they come and go. So
It seems like maybe it might be a better idea just for Beau to go and hook
No,
this guy.
Yeah.
through.
So far, I ain't been affected by any sort of mental nonsense. So
Yeah,
why don't you all just follow me to the opening and make sure I can get back out in case of an emergency.
all right. I'll join you.
Do we have rope?
There's a rope ladder.
Right,
Right,
but
there's
do
a-
we have any?
It would be
Rope.
reasonable to assume that there's some rope
Have it in
the
the saddlebags or whatever.
Okay.
in the saddlebags or in the cabin itself. That's fine.
All right. Why don't we tie some rope around Beau's waist, and that way, if he doesn't come back soon enough, we can just give him a hauling back.
All right.
I
That
like the
sounds
sound of that. Sure.
that sounds fair. So I'll head with you.
Okie dokie. So
Y'all got this scene. You'll just keep narrating it, and I'll interrupt you if necessary.
okay.
Okay.
So doing that same sort of carry over the shoulder. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Go down. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
And then as-
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Once he's down, I would have been tying the rope to something hard and fixed in the room, maybe the frame, and then I would be crawling down the ladder behind him.
Could you make a spot hidden, Phil?
And one of us needs a torch, obviously.
Yeah, I guess I'd have the torch. That makes sense.
Yeah,
It in.
Did I leave my torch down there, or do I have it with me?
Okay.
We had a bunch of torches.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
because I have the crazy one that I made.
Keeper, it's a 36. I'm
Well,
gonna
if
spend
you don't have it,
4.
I'll get it for you.
My spot hidden's a 64, but I'm gonna actually spend 4 luck to make it a hard success because this seems like it matters.
Okay, so as you were working on him, though intensely focused as you were, he had these gloves over his hands, and you noticed that on his right hand, on the ring finger, there was a kind of a significant protrusion in the glove, like he had a ring on.
Oh. Well, I guess I would have taken the glove off.
Okay. And so when you take the glove off, he has this ring on his finger, and the stone in it seems to almost have a flame under it. Have you seen flame agate?
Okay. Yep.
So it doesn't look like unnatural, like there's fire inside of a rock, but right, it has almost this kind of holographic flame quality to it. And then around it, etched, it's not a gold ring, it's with some sort of silverish metal, and around it is the oh my goodness, it's like the intro all over again. It's that language that y'all have seen written in some of the
Mhm.
books. Around
the
the
one
edge
I
of
would
it.
the one I would recognize for sure.
Yeah,
On the ring, on the band.
yeah, like engraved into it.
Well, I'd take the ring.
Okay.
And then I would say, you know what, Beau, before we toss this lump of bleeding potatoes back in there to the portal. We should at least give him a once over, make sure we're not missing anything on his body.
Okay, well,
On his what?
On his body.
yeah,
What's
okay.
that?
You know, body
Hold on.
bills.
Is that like
As
Waddy Bills?
As I'm calling back, nothing, Harold. And so we're.
No, I'm coming with you guys.
Oh, okay. So we're patting down.
Just down to the bottom of the stairs.
We're patting down his.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can we retcon it and say we did that out in the light?
Sure.
That'd make more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And you haven't gone down yet, right? So you could even say you're doing it in it's the evening light of the dusk hours, right? You could be doing it in the half blown apart house,
Okay.
which just has a great visual in my mind of y'all doing all this in this.
Yeah.
half
So
of-
we'll light up a couple torches. Harold didn't know whether he still had his
Super bright one.
Yeah, fancy super bright one.
And at this point, the flies are pretty intense too, right? Because there's those corpses right basically on the wall in the room that you're in that have been disemboweled. And so there's a real constant buzz and the flies are everywhere. And I mean, it's not exactly cold out, so it's starting to get a little ripe up there.
Fair point.
You can really kind of smell it. So you maybe fasten something around your faces to kind of keep the stench out a little bit.
And so, and that makes that's a good trigger. So I'd say, guys, we should probably throw these bodies, outside so that any vomits don't come in and we don't find any surprises when we come up back topside.
Any vomits?
Vomits, like freaking dogs or coyotes.
Well,
Beau, do you know what he's talking about? I thought I had a funny accent.
I think he's got a delicate stomach and he's afraid of vomiting from all this.
That's what it sounds like to me too. I thought he was a doctor.
Yeah,
I think he'd be used to that.
Oh,
Okay,
please,
anyway.
just don't need these coyotes.
So, yeah, okay, we'll do that. Or I don't know, maybe Harold could do that while you're going through his body to see if he's got anything else on him.
Going through his body. Yeah, so I'll pat him down. I'll feel through his pockets, breast pockets on this silk suit, look under his hat. Is there rabbit? That kind of stuff.
So you do find inside of a coat pocket, you find some cards for the magnificent Caspar Muscovane and his traveling troupe, and some appropriate slogans such as making buildings disappear and your best friends too. And so he's got kind of his mysterious little card to kind of live up with the look. And then as you're patting him down, you also feel on his chest there's a pendant hanging down.
Oh, I guess we would take the pendant and take a look at it.
Okay, and the pendant has a little bit of purplish fluid involved in kind of a stone in the middle, and the pendant is the exact same shape as Florence's, but I don't know if you would have seen Florence's yet. So
no.
I don't. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to make that connection.
Well, this feller's clearly all tied up with that.
Right, there's no stone in yours, but it's the exact same shape, but it holds a stone in the middle.
Oh, is there writing on it?
No inscription.
And is the stone? Is it like detachable? Does it fit in there? I mean, can you?
It's set.
It's set. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll take the pendant.
Okay. You find a set of keys in his pocket, a matchbook, and the matchbook is to the Silversmith Hotel.
Now, we would be amazed by matches.
Yeah.
And
So I just want to clarify about the pendant. Is this? Is it could it be the exact same one? Just one with the stone missing and replaced with the liquid? Am I understanding that right?
I'm
If it's-
shrugging if you're listening to us.
If it's the
I
exact same
haven't-
one, would it like break the universe that the same item
Yeah.
comes back together in time?
Does the guy bear any resemblance to Florence?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
He's like
bear
her
any
grandson.
resemblance.
Oh,
God.
man.
And Philip
Oh my
killed him.
God.
Oh my God.
Actually, you know what? You know what? Beau, roll on that.
Is his first name? Is his first name really Harry?
Okay.
I thought it was Caspar.
I got an
Yeah, but is it Harry?
18. What am I rolling? I got an 18.
Ooh, 18 is really good.
Oh,
But what?
I believe this would be a spot hidden.
Oh, I don't have a good spot hidden. Well, that's still a hard success.
Oh.
Yeah, he does. He looks somewhat familiar, and you're having
Damn.
trouble. You're having trouble placing it in the
Yeah.
moment.
Okay.
But your memory's really good, Beau, right? You have this kind of photographic memory from where from the incident earlier, right? Like from long ago. And so you're holding that vision of him in your head, and you're going to carry it with you.
Okay.
Okay.
And Rick, I got where you were going with that. I
And
heard what you were
then-
trying to say.
Thank you.
Okay. I didn't hear. Did you say something that I?
Well, he's British, right? Or he has a British accent. And I asked,
Yes.
is his real name really first name really Potter? I mean Harry. Fuck me. All right,
Yeah.
let's keep going.
I was with you until you totally fucked it up.
Okay.
Oh,
You had a
God
chance and
darn
you
it, Nick
completely blew it.
Oh.
No, his name is not Potter. Fuck me, Harry. I don't make NPCs named that. But thanks for asking.
That would have been good.
The
Totally blew. Nice
You are
delivery.
so good at this.
Is that part of improving?
the Silversmith Hotel and the matchbook is not from England. It's from Massachusetts.
Okay.
There's an address for the Silversmith Hotel, and it's in Massachusetts.
What
Do I
the
recognize?
hell's going on, Phil?
Do I recognize the address?
You don't. In fact, it's a street name that you haven't heard of.
It ain't been
Oh.
built yet.
Well, now
No.
now
It's
they
not in
think by-
Boston, Massachusetts. It's in a different town in Massachusetts.
they piqued my interest, but now they got my attention. So well, I guess we'll head on down.
Okay.
Oh, so the keys, the matchbook, yeah, that and
Pendant in the ring.
yeah, and his wallet.
Oh, what's in his wallet?
His wallet has a license in it with a photograph on it.
Don't know what. Well, yeah, photography has been around. Yeah.
There's photography,
Yeah.
but not photography like this.
Yeah.
Right. This is a startlingly accurate paper image, and as opposed to what would have been like a metallic or glass image up until that time. And it does indeed verify that this man's location was in Innsmouth, Massachusetts, and so he's you could assume he's not British, and his name is not Caspar Mascavane. That would be his performance name or his stage name. And who's looking at the contents of his wallet?
I mean, I said it, so
I'm-
unless
And
somebody
I'm
else wants to.
standing right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, me too.
So
Okay. And
There's three of us.
okay. And so and his last name on the license, his name is Jeremy Potter.
holy shit, that's where I knew him from somewhere. He's a spitting image of Florence.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, should
Look
we,
jeez.
at him. Take a look. Take a close look there.
Well, I've only seen her for a few hours at a time on separate days, but yes, I think
Oh, Beau, you're right.
he vaguely looks like her.
Yeah, Harold, you know her better.
Oh,
than I do.
absolutely. Yeah. Now that you say that, I can't unsee it. Phil, it looks like you shot Florence's grandkid.
Oh, he was. Well, you mean
In the back, no less.
You mean the grandkid?
And she didn't like you much to begin with.
You know, the grandkid, the thief. You mean that just means comes from a family of poor morals that like to steal horses.
It is.
Well, to be fair, he was just trying to get away from what he thought rightfully was a murderous gang of thugs.
Oh, I was.
For what it's
I-
worth, Florence, you now have your next murder target.
Oh,
So
I'd like. Okay.
Well, now I don't think we can push them back through. I think we have to wait till we see Florence and get
but
her opinion on this.
what happens though when Florence meets her grandkid or great grandkid or whatever?
Or
It's,
Well,
wait,
and
as long
he's
as
the
1890 to
same age.
1941?
Well, you know,
That's her
people
kid,
didn't
not her
live.
grandkid.
People didn't live
Oh.
that long then, and they had kids pretty young.
90.
But Florence is already like 42.
Is she?
Oh, but does
Yeah.
she already? So does she already have a kid? And so, I mean, at this point, this could really be her grandkid could be alive right now. So this could be like great grandkid.
Or is it her sister?
No, not between the 1890s and 1941,
It's
right?
50
Well,
years.
it's 50 years. If people are
Yeah.
having kids when they're 18, 20,
Oh,
could-
that's a couple generations.
okay.
Popping them out.
Yeah.
So could be a
Is that the
sister.
medical term?
Pop them out. Okay,
Wow.
Well,
Well, now
interesting.
I'm conflicted. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and,
I know
doesn't
what
it-
to do.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm gonna
Since
shoot him
when
again.
do we ever listen to you, Phil? When?
Tie that rope around me. I need to see what Boston looks like in the future.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go keep you company in case you
Well,
go whack-a-doodle-doo.
Hold on a second now. I got one big question. Why didn't this fella, if he's related to our Florence, why didn't he say anything about it?
Well, maybe he don't know. He didn't even know where he was. He didn't know where he was location-wise. He didn't know where he was time-wise.
Does that
Why
seem?
would he think there was any?
But does that seem plausible?
Well, now that there's a connection that
it-
we know, that seems less plausible that he didn't have some
No.
idea.
That means
Yeah.
this, unfortunately, I think means we never meet back up with Florence.
Well, I don't think that's going to be a
Wait,
thing.
I don't
but
understand.
he
Now
doesn't
that
want to
we-
get killed by Florence.
No. Now that we've met her potential relative, the fact that he does not know us means now, in this current timeline, that we may not ever meet up with Florence, or this story would have been.
What the hell are you talking about? Science fiction ain't even been invented yet.
No, wait.
What the?
are
Are
we
you coming up
talking
with
the
all
Dr.
these?
Whovian
What?
concept of time travel, or are we talking the Avengers concept of time travel?
Right?
Because these are radically different things.
Well, we found two of the Infinity Stones, so we got.
I think you lost too much
So-
sanity. You need to.
If it's the Avengers definition of time travel, then we're totally safe. You can't break the timeline.
Philip, I do think you need to make a sanity roll for thinking that you possibly shot Florence's relative.
Mhm.
72. I don't make that.
Yeah, I'll give you roll a d8 and divide by 2.
And just think what would have happened if he'd have died.
I got
It's gonna
1d8. Is that right?
Yeah.
I got a 4, so that's 2 points off.
Okay.
So,
Phil faces for a second and then comes back.
And now the other question is, did he come from England, or was that just a lie and he actually came from Boston? Or is this some sort of, I don't know what a fake ID is, but are these forged documents that we're looking at?
Well, it's Harold is possible. I've seen traveling. Well, Quentin himself was a traveling showman.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's possible if this guy actually were a magician, maybe he was over in England putting on a show.
Make
Okay.
another spot hidden, Beau. And actually, if all of you looked, you can all make.
9.
Oh well, okay.
Mhm.
That's extreme success.
The light's getting low and the flicker of the torch, but you start looking. You kind of get over the shock of this license and the photo that's on it, and you start looking very closely at it, and you don't think that the man on the ground in front of you is the man in the photo.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Mm.
Wait, now I'm confused. So the man on the ground, I thought he had a resemblance to Florence. The man in the license is named Potter,
Mm-hmm.
but the two aren't the same?
Right.
Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Also,
You
because in
said
the
the man on
40s.
the ground looks like he's related to Florence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the 40s, they didn't have pictures on driver's license.
Getting
That's okay.
weirder and weirder.
In this timeline, they did.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot less fun if there wasn't a picture on it, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
This is Earth 2.
Yeah. All right, Flash. So what are we gonna do with this fella now? Do we have to bring him back to Florence?
No, I think
Hey.
it's better. Now I'm thinking it's better she don't. This is so confusing. I think it's better she don't know. We should just deal with this right now. and
But
get
how
him out.
we got it? We got to tell her.
Well, she won't believe us.
Oh,
Unless we have the body. I mean, he's alive.
Why do you
He's
keep
still
talking
alive.
about-
Why do you keep calling about me like what? Phil?
Are you a
Eventually
little
it's like,
peckish?
Florence, here's your partially eaten relative from the future.
Oh man.
Let's just push him through.
No, all right, it's up. I mean, I think it should be a plurality here. I think she should have the right of refusal with this potential connection. It's so absurd.
So let me ask you this, Phil. Do you think that this man has been medically helped enough that we could get him back to town safely? Will he survive that journey?
I laid my hands on this man, and by damn, he will make it back to town.
Beau, that wasn't very confident. Did that instill confidence to you?
Well,
Wasn't confident.
I'm a bit disturbed by the fact that he said "by damn" instead of "by God." I don't know who he's putting his faith in there. By damn.
By my Lord Satan and Lucifer,
I know.
I will eat him if I don't get him back. I promise.
And he wins either way.
Oh my God.
Okay, you got me
So-
convinced. Okay, well,
Do y'all want to roll to see how convinced you are by?
no, I don't have to.
No, I don't
yeah,
need
I
to
don't
roll.
have
I'm not
roll.
convinced,
Okay,
but I'm willing to try.
I'm so confused. What are we doing now?
We're bringing him back to town to Florence,
Okay,
and
that's
you know, and really, if he doesn't make it, I'm sort of absolved because either way, it's Phil's fault
Well,
because he's the one what shot him to begin with and then didn't save him afterwards.
I understand, but I would like to go into.
No, you can't eat him.
No,
No, he
before-
wants to go into the portal.
Oh, okay. Sure, you can do that.
I think that's just such an interesting idea that it needs to be done.
Oh, I agree. And I think tying a rope to him is a terrible idea, but we should totally do it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you, Phil. I'll well, one of us has to stay up here and make sure. Harold, will you please, for the love of God, the Holy Almighty, will you stay here and make sure this fella don't get up and, have a new lease on life and go sprinting away?
Okay.
Okay. And I'll go down with Phil because so far I've been the one who hasn't been affected by any sort of mental nonsense. Okay, Phil, let's go.
And I'm just gonna, keep an eye out, look around, scan the horizon while watching this dude.
Okay.
Feeling the flies buzz around you.
No, we
Yeah.
threw the
Oh, you
bodies
did?
outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's still some,
Bits and pieces.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Thanks,
we're
Phil.
putting stuff in our ears.
Putting stuff in her ears. I've got the ring and the pendant.
No, you can't go through with the ring and the pendant.
Why not?
What? Those might belong to Florence. If she is related to that fella, those could be family heirlooms.
From
Yeah,
the future. You want them to go back to the future?
No! If
What do you
he's staying here, his stuff has got to stay here.
Yeah, I got to agree with Beau on this one.
He may have come through using these.
Yeah.
It's the only feasible means to potentially egress back. If I find the future, I'll come back with them. If not more for this
No.
current.
No,
ain't-
I disagree.
ain't
That's why
buying
we
what
got the
you're
rope.
Selling there, Phil.
Wait. I don't understand. We didn't have these. We were about to throw his body in. And you want to take
But
potential-
that was when we didn't know he might be related to Florence, which is the whole goddamn reason why we're not throwing him in. Why would we not throw him in and then potentially throw you and his stuff through? I'm counting on the fact that you're not coming back, Phil.
that assumption is all but secure potentially if I do not have these objects, as I suspect these objects protect the user from whatever sort of
What on
level
earth
magic-
would make you think? Phil,
No, those are
Phil,
very valuable clues to what we're
Oh.
trying to accomplish here.
Yeah, I
We
think,
definitely
I
need
think
those.
We need to save them in
Yeah.
our time. You can
Well,
go lollygag and go looking into the future.
All right. One question to the keeper. Did they see me get the ring? Since presumably that was
No.
before all of this.
No, we didn't see you get the ring.
Okay. So then I would say with the pendant, I would say fine. You want to keep
Oh
the
no,
pendant?
actually we should roll.
Yeah, let's see
I
if we
would
saw
say,
that.
Beau, you
Because I was
Oh.
there with the cauterizer.
yeah,
Yep.
you could also roll. Yeah, make a roll, Beau. I'll tell you what you see or don't see.
Well, 80.
I
didn't see
don't
anything.
get to see anything.
Yeah, go for it, Harold.
He's up in water. I'm saving the guy's life.
Well,
on.
at some point he was there with the water.
Yeah,
All
hang
right.
on.
Yeah, how long was I getting water for?
Nah, you're getting a lot of water.
Yeah, but I didn't see shit.
Okay,
What did you roll?
77.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I tell
Yeah.
you if I got a horrible
okay,
one.
so yeah, we didn't see the ring, but we definitely saw the locket.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like how Phil was so adamant about, and I was saving his life. You're the one who shot him.
That's
We're
great.
saving his
I'm
life
the
from this
hero.
random
Oh,
act,
sorry,
from this
statement.
random act of Satan. Yeah, okay, so yeah, give us the locket there, Phil.
All right, so I hand them locket. But I've got the ring and I have my own Lomava rock that I got from the other guy.
Yeah, and we've also got his wallet and everything else that we saw.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'll head down, plug my ears. You're
Yeah.
coming with me.
Yeah,
Phil?
do you want
going-
me
yeah,
to
I'm
keep
going
this
with
stuff
you.
up here?
Yeah, keep it up here with him
Okay.
just in case.
Right.
Because we don't
Yeah.
know how it'll interact with whatever spookiness is down there.
Oh, can I have one of his cards or something
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got a
sure.
stack of them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and any money he has in his pocket, preferably? So
sure. Yeah,
It
and
sounds-
if you go in the future, you're gonna
If
need
it's that funny British money, sure.
need some
wonderful.
spending.
Take some spending money. I'll take his business card just in case I need it. I got his ring pocketed and I got my Lomava rock and I'm covered in
Oh, it'd be
apparently.
so funny if you do go through and you meet up with Quentin, and the two of you have adventures in the 40s. Quentin and Phil, private investigators.
So yeah, we'll venture down.
Okay.
And as we get to the room, I want to keep like my hand, sort of at eye level, looking sort of at the ground beneath the portal,
Okay.
trying to avoid looking directly at it.
Okay.
I'll tie the rope around you. Get that going on.
Okay.
And,
Uh,
Beau, do you have a knife to make sure you can cut the rope?
oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about. Yes, I still have my knife.
so, Philip, you
Spanglers.
keeping your eyes averted, and this is the first time you've kind of been in the presence of the portal without other distractions, right? Without people or meat lassos or anything like that. And so as you keep your eyes towards the ground and you have your ears plugged, you notice for the first time that the caves are right. You're under, or not caves, but the dugout underground. It's quite cool. As you get into the presence and closer to the portal, it's very warm and inviting, and in fact, it's quite comfortable. And so I wondered if we lost Beau here for a second, and so I'll keep describing it. But since Beau's holding the other end of the rope, we should probably wait for him. And you feel really secure in the
No
presence.
need to wait for me. I'm
okay.
listening.
Oh, God.
Oh God. Bloop. Bloop.
So much for building the dread. Okay, so as you keep your eyes towards the ground, right, it feels really warm and inviting. And give me a POW roll.
Ooh, I got a 54. My POW's 55.
All right, and so you're able to resist it, but you feel this urge to look up, right? Like you remember as you're in the presence of this portal that your family was in there so recently calling to you, and you're so tempted, but you keep your eyes down, and you wonder if they're there, and you're wondering if that wonder is creating the illusion that they're calling to you, or if they're really there and calling to you, and it's just this incredible temptation.
Wow. Well, this is tricky. I would be. I would. Oh. I guess I would be. The temptation's pretty high. But I have my wits somewhat about me. So I'm going to reach down, and presumably the loop of intestines is still there.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm going to take it, and I want to sort of wind it up.
We cut ourselves out of the loop, so the loop is broken. You might
you
need
cut
to...
it. I thought you slipped yourself off.
No, we
cut it.
cut ourselves out.
Yeah. So you got a fecal sling you're throwing around there.
Well, now you ruined it. Now I'm just
Well, you can retie it.
flinging shit everywhere. Anyways, all right. So, all right. So I'll try. No, I guess all right. I'll look down. I'm gonna try and just do a simple.
Well, Phil, I'm there. I can tie it for you.
Okay.
I can do
You okay, Chris?
it.
All right. So I've
That
got
swig of beer I took, the foam went into my lungs.
You're
I've got
supposed
some
to
sort of-
breathe air
I know.
and swallow beer. Not
Yep.
the.
So I've got some sort of loop keeper.
I'm listening. I just have the computer unplugged. I'm listening.
Okay, and I'd like to have it swinging, and then look up, and with the anticipation that I'm going to throw a loop and lasso whatever I see.
You're gonna
Oh,
lasso
curious.
something inside the portal.
Yeah, I just want to see
Okay.
what happens.
Okay.
Presuming it's my family, but I don't know.
Right. And so you look up, and are you looking up as you throw this lasso? Or are you
I'm-
just blindly throwing the lasso?
No. As I throw it, as I said, I was gonna take steel myself, and then I'm gonna look up and throw and aim for whatever I see.
Right. And as you look up and throw, you just see depths, and you see the lasso kind of reach out in front of you, and then it disappears for a moment, and you pull it back to you. It doesn't really fall. You throw it and it just kind of floats and then it comes back.
Oh, that's fucking weird. All right, so do I see anything? It's just the depth you said. It's just like void.
Yeah.
Damn, this sounds safe. I'll say, all right, Beau. Well, and I'll look at the intestines. Does it look burnt or singed or damaged or chewed on, or any?
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds great. And I'll go and I'll look at Beau and I'll say, Beau, I gotta try something. And
Okay, well, if you're going in, just tug 3 times. Oh, my voice is a lot deeper now. I should choke more often and get that nice, sexy voice going on. You just tug on that. You just tug on that 3 times when you're ready to come back through.
Can we make that the title of the episode?
Just tug 3 times.
No, choke.
Tug on both 3 times to come back through.
I need to choke more often. So all right. So I'm gonna take my non-dominant hand.
Okay.
Very important.
So it
Very
feels like a
important.
stranger.
Yep. And I'll take the other hand. I'll take the other hand and I'm gonna loop it around the rope so I have a grasp on the rope as it's tied around me, and I'm gonna stick my pinky in the hole.
Okay. All right. Can you make a strength roll, Phil? And Beau, can you make a dexterity roll?
Oh no.
I thought he was gonna have to make a Constitution save.
Beau, can you clarify how much rope is between you and Phil?
Okay, I got a hard success, and
Okay.
well, I'm keeping the rope fairly taut, so I've got the coil of it on the ground, and I'm just feeding it through. So how far away is he from me?
Okay. All right. I'll explain that in just a second. So you got a hard success.
He's
What was
infinite away from you.
Phil, what was your strength roll?
Uh-oh.
I got a 93.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Oh, so close,
Can I-
Michael.
wait. Can I spend a couple luck points to make it 95?
No, you gotta make it 96.
Let-
96.
Let's just put it this way: when you stick your hand into the void, really, there's no difference between the 93 and the 96, right? So
Yeah.
as you extend your non-dominant hand into the
Pinky.
void,
Pinky.
Get the pinky of the non-dominant.
hand.
it doesn't react like the intestines that you threw into it. The darkness actually reaches out and grabs your wrist. Beau, you don't see this. All you see is Phil disappear, and you feel the rope tearing through your hand.
Rope burn. Ah,
Fucking A.
well, I didn't expect to be rope burned.
Okay. And the rope, you realize that without doing anything, and you have time with an action, because the one hand's burned, but you have your knife in the other hand, and you have time for one action, but you realize the slack of the rope is going to be gone very quickly.
Decisions.
Oh
Just-
boy.
As a question, before we went down, I did say I tied the end of the rope to like a sturdy element within the house.
Oh no, we don't have rope that long. How many hundreds of feet is that? From the rope ladder to the.
I don't know. I'm throwing it out there as I'm in the fucking void. But fine.
Okay.
I guess we did it.
But yeah, I mean, I try to save them, so I'm going to try to grab on, but not in a way that pulls me through. I'm gonna, if there's a sense that I'm lurching, I'm gonna let go.
That's what I'm saying. You have time for one action, and the speed at which the rope is uncoiling at your feet is tremendous.
Oh boy. Well, I assume strength.
Okay.
I rolled a 60. I have a 60 strength, so make of that what you will.
Okay. So
So wait, I just think we should clarify. Where is the bitter end of this rope? It's not tied around you, right,
oh,
Beau?
I thought wait. I'm sorry. I thought it was tied around you. It's
Yeah.
not tied around
That-
you.
that's
No,
why I just
no,
wanted to
no, it was
clarify
a loose
this.
coil. It was a loose coil. on the
Oh,
ground.
okay. Oh, totally. Thank you for clarifying, Harold.
Oh,
I
I
thought
see what
that's
you
why
were saying.
had.
I wondered
thought
why
that-
you mentioned the knife. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you had the knife because it was tied to you.
No.
Okay.
I had the knife in case Phil tried to come back.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Goodbye, Phil. Okay, so Beau, as you reach down,
Yeah, I thought I let go of the rope and you were giving me time to like re-grab it and
okay,
hold on.
yeah. So if that's fine, you go down to re-grab
I
it.
thought we had it tied to something.
You go down to re-grab it, and your hand is just it's gonna blister something good, over the course
But
of the next
still,
day.
I gotta save Phil. So
you
I
try, and it's blistered too bad, and it the end slips right through your hand. Phil, what you feel is not as violent. You don't feel being jerked. You just remember sticking your pinky into the darkness, and all of a sudden you're enveloped by it, and you're floating. Can you make a not the the one that one where your brain, your mind, not your sanity.
Wisdom?
Oh,
Jeez, I'm freaking dying here tonight. The one that pairs with con. Your POW roll. Can you make a POW roll, please?
A power roll? Okay.
Yeah.
1 second. It's a 65. My pound's a 55. I'm gonna burn 10 points of luck because it doesn't fucking matter apparently. So we're gonna go all the way down there.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. And so take off 5 points of sanity with that.
If I make it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
oh, it
Then
was one of
make a
those
luck
rolls
roll.
you didn't want to make.
No, that one you wanted to make, but probably needed to make it a lot better.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. You might have wanted to burn like all your luck. I don't know. Okay. So you're floating there, and you feel absolutely sublimely wonderful. Like there's not 1 ounce of pain in your body, and you feel so warm and comforted. And your wife appears in front of you.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. And what do you want to say to her?
Oh God.
Don't.
You
I'm
were
sorry I
delicious.
ate you. You remember how you said you had salt with you? You lied.
And I would say, Ella, is that you? You're not. This can't be real.
It's me, Phil. It's me.
Ella, do you remember what happened?
Tell me, Phil, what happened?
Oh, well, we tried making out west, Ella. Don't you remember with our daughter?
Yes, but where are we? Why aren't we out west?
We got stuck in the past, Ella. There's a horrible snow, and I don't think any of us. We all fell asleep. I don't think any of us made it.
We fell asleep?
Wow.
Huh? We all fell asleep, Ella. It was so cold. We were holding each other for warmth, but the snow it wouldn't let up. And
Phil, is this heaven? Are we in heaven together?
boy, I hope so.
Probably
And I-
not.
And at this point, I'll look at the ring. Is the ring doing anything?
No. And
Cool.
you can make a sanity roll too for, lying to your dead wife.
I don't hear a sanity roll. Well, now that I've lost so much sanity, I would have made it, but now I lost that. I did not make that.
Okay, roll a d10.
Mm-hmm. 8.
Oh, wow. Okay. What does that put you down to?
38.
Okay. And that's pretty intense. That's a lot of sanity in the last few seconds. So,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's, isn't if you lose a bunch like that, you take a
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna matter.
we're
think-
about to describe that. And so she's talking to you and she says to you, Phil, are we in heaven?
Well, Ella, I have one question, and that would be if Emma's here.
As you talk to her, the taste of her
Mhm. Yeah.
from when you were eating her
Uh-huh.
fills your mouth.
Does it?
Oh, oh, oh.
What do you mean? Where's Emma's not with you?
Do I pull hair out of my mouth?
No, there's nothing in your mouth. It just like you can
Okay.
you can taste the cooked or you
Well-
can taste the meat.
I at this point, I would try and see if there's something in my mouth. So I would be talking to her, and I would go,
Make a power roll on that.
Hair? What were you eating? The Donners didn't eat the faces. They ate started with the butts.
I'm just not gonna even go here. I made it for what it's worth. I made the power roll.
Okay, so nothing comes out of your mouth, but you start actually rubbing your tongue, and she says to you, Phil, what's wrong? Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
What's wrong with your tongue?
Yeah, there's some sort of poison here. I don't know what's going on. And I look down at my doctor's bag, or at my bag, and I don't know if it's there or not, but my goal would be to reach in to grab my daughter's doll.
For okay. There is a bag. It's not
Fair.
right. It's not
Yeah.
it's not the physical bag.
Yeah.
You didn't carry it in, but sure,
Yeah.
you pull out your daughter's doll. Yeah.
And I would hold it, and I would go, do you remember this?
Of course. That's her favorite doll.
I said, and where is she? Ella, where is Emma?
And as you say that, the taste of Emma,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
God.
yeah. And you're overpowered, and all you're trying to look at your wife, and you're filled with these images of eating them.
And I would go, I'm sorry, Ella, I had to.
What did you have to do, Phil? What was it? Where's Emma?
She froze to death.
She's close by.
She's dead.
Right here.
Phil,
Yeah.
Phil, where's
Oh.
Emma? You
Ella-
said you'd protect her.
I know I did, but that damn God, he's no real damn God. He's just a damn, and he forsaken us out in that snow, that white horror, and she died. She passed away. And this news may be hard to digest, but
But it wasn't hard for me.
It's actually pretty tender.
and I say, and she died in your arms as you tried to keep her warm,
God.
and so did you. And I had an option to die right there and then, or to try and survive for us. And
You lived on, right? For our memory,
I
right?
lived on for your memory, dear. I did, and I'm ashamed to say we'd run out of food.
Uh-huh. And what are you saying, Phil? You didn't starve to death, did you? Did you starve? Are we in heaven, Phil?
We all starved. And then I made a hard sacrifice. Instead of burying you, I needed something to survive for us, and so we were reunited prematurely.
How were we reunited?
I ate you, Ella. I ate you.
All right. Make a POW roll.
Yep, this is great. This is that light brevity session that we were hoping for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, 91 seems appropriate.
And she starts just crying uncontrollably. And as she's
Yep.
crying uncontrollably, Emma grabs her hand and says, "Mommy, what's wrong? Mommy, what's wrong?"
Oh, Phil Donner made a mistake. He made several mistakes.
and she's just like unconsolable, and then she falls down.
Oh no.
And Emma falls in her lap, and they both die again in front of you, and you're stuck in this space watching yourself eat them over and over and over.
Wait, but can Beau pull on the rope and get him back?
Yeah, yeah, right.
No, is the rope still taut?
No, the rope's gone.
Oh, the
right?
rope got completely
yeah,
pulled in. Yeah.
And so you're just kind of floating in this space with this rope dangling above you, and watching. Yeah.
What
all
direction
eternity?
is the rope? Let me just ask.
It just kind of floats up and around you, but you probably, I'm guessing, don't notice it.
I don't. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Is the rock that I have, the Lamava rock, does that do anything? Can I hold it, squeeze it, give it a roll?
Sure. What are you doing? You're just holding it, squeezing it?
I don't know. Can I lick it?
Sure.
You're eating other stuff. You might as well eat some of that.
I got pretty little recourse here. If it's like rock salt, it might actually help. So I'll does it do anything? Is it lighting up? Is it moving? Nope.
No, you're licking.
That's my hell now. Is that what this is?
Well, you got the ring. That had something going on.
You got plenty of food.
Thanks, Beau.
Oh yeah, you'll never go hungry again.
And so you know what? I'm going to make a twist on this, and at some point before they die on one of these iterations, I'll say, you two need to live, and I'll, if there's a sharp edge to the rock, off myself.
Make a luck roll.
Oh, 20.
Okay. There's not really like a great there's not a great edge to it, but you press hard enough. I mean, you're just in such excruciating emotional pain from watching this. You've now seen it many times.
Yep.
And you just press so hard with this rock that it starts to open your neck, but not deep enough that you're going to actually hit an artery, but deep enough that you do start bleeding, right? And it's kind of like bleeding in space. These little, you can't, you feel the blood leaving you, and the droplets just kind of floating out around you, and occasionally they block your vision of you eating your wife and child. Beau, the next thing that you see is Philip thrown out of the portal, right? He lands in a pile at your feet, and he's completely unconscious, and he's tears are streaming down his face. He has this wound on his neck, and he's unconscious but inconsolably sobbing in his unconsciousness. And Philip,
Okay. Can I push him back in the portal?
I
You
was
got that
thinking the
knife.
same thing.
You-
I
you
was thinking
can't-
the same thing,
You
dude.
got that
you,
knife.
you absolutely can.
No, I wouldn't.
Harold, I don't know. He came
Just
out with
toss
his
him right
throat
back in.
sliced.
No, I wouldn't do that. I go, Phil. I think, okay, I got to get you out of here. So I throw him over my shoulder and start jogging back towards the rope ladder.
Okay.
Can I say anything, or am I completely unconscious?
If you want to mumble something in your
Perfect.
days,
That's all I want. That's all I
Yeah,
want. And I would
of
be
course.
sobbing and crying, and I would go, "Fuck the 1940s."
Yep. So back to the rope ladder. Harold, I need some help. Phil
Alright.
went in. He popped back out. Something
All right, I'll
broke him
help.
down.
Okay, and I think we'll stop there. I need we'll end with I need to find my table here. Of roll a d10, Phil.
Yep. Okay. 6. I'm sure 6 is a great number in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah. Okay, that actually fit in perfectly. And then with that, give me a d100.
Ooh, 68.
68.
If it was 66, that would have been super bad. All right.
Okay, wonderful. So we will end there for
Right.
this week. And next week, tune in next time, boys and girls, where we find out about Phil's new personality to accompany his experience in the portal.
Wow. I can't believe that Phil actually survived that. So that's it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us. We will be back same time next week. In the meantime, you can find us on Twitter at Under the LIB. For those of you who are listening, if you want to watch this craziness, you can see us on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can check us out on wherever you get your podcasts. If you are watching on YouTube, you are missing some very funny intro and end of show stuff on podcasts. So I would suggest you at least just check it out, because there's some stuff that we record that doesn't make it on the show that I include in the beginning of every episode. So check that out. For me, for Michael, Scott, Rick, Wayne, Emily, and Chris, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.